There's this feature series after Resurrection. Fair enough, fair enough. I haven't. You ready? That's right. You're welcome back. If you just joined us, this is Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It's time for Grapevine 981, where you also get to be a part of our conversation, along with our analyst and very special guest today. I've been talking about it since the start of the show. We have a very, 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 very special guest joining us today. You might know him from the song Hallelujah, but he's got a brand new single. It's called Intentions. Even better, the video is amazing at all levels. I'm not going to mention who it is yet. I'll first talk about introduce our analysts. We've got James Silas in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, everybody. We're live.
Do you know that scares me every single time you do it? Yes. Every single time it gets me.
In fact, people that know, they just have to turn down my mic.
Next time I'm going to do just that. Yeah. Also, we've got Chef Jeff 3000 in the studio.
Yeah, I love you 3000. Good to be back.
Nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Lagos, you get to be a part of our conversation as well. Jump in and send your messages to 0809-444-0981 to be part of our talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Funbi with us in the studio.
Woo-hoo! I was about to say yeah as well, just so that.
Do. Let's say
thank God you didn't say yeah, because that would just scared me. But it's nice. It's really good to have you in the studio.
Great to be here.
Brand new single once again. Intentions, videos out there right now. For those who are not aware of this, could you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, a new single, My Intentions, is out. It's been a while since I've released music, and My Intentions is me really telling everyone my intention to remain.
What are your intentions?
And to share my love and affection, and to always give everything, going forward, give everything. No more holding music. Let's get it out there.
So is it coming out from a body of work, or is it just
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I can say that.
All right. Tell you what we should do. Let's go on a quick break. Let's listen to the song. When we get back, we'll do some more talking, and our analysts will jump in. And hey, the Grapevine, right? So Chef Jeff is not really a nice person. He goes in. He really goes in. So
I'm glad you tell people.
I hope you like
what?
to.
The thing is, I'm actually very aware of this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Stay with us. This is Smooth 19.1.
Have you seen the video? My Intention. It's on YouTube. Go check it out.
You heard it. Go and check it out.
Yes. Let me show you.
Alrighty, that's My Intentions. It's music by Funbi. If you just joined us, this is the Grapevine right here on Smooth 98.1. Don't forget, we're streaming live as well, so please head on down to our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/smooth981. Chef Jeff. Okay, let's start. Okay, so
let's start with the savage guy, right?
Thoughts.
The savage
honest
one,
thoughts,
right?
yes.
I know, right? It's very good that people panic because I do like to give the honest thing. My intention today was to actually just chill and relax at home.
Okay.
And probably not. I'll skip the show today because I was not feeling very well. It's very tired from yesterday. But then you said the magic words.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, that's going to be an abomination if I don't show up.
Right. So does this mean that you're going to have a biased opinion now?
I do have a biased opinion, but the thing is that I actually, I can be biased and actually still tell the truth at the same time. I'm truthful with my Californians, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So what I feel with the video, for me, It's a feel good video. I think for me, I was probably dwelling more on the fact that Fumbi is back in the picture, as opposed to like what the video actually is. But what I was paying attention to was also the lyrics and the writing. Because the thing about Fumbi is, I think I once gave him a 10-minute appraisal about how good he is in music one time. And it wasn't on the show. I bumped it in somewhere, and then I went on a long rant of just how good he is. But the truth is that Fumbi is the sort of person that when what you hear is what you get. There are only a few people that you can say that about. Praise Fumbi is there as well, and his style of music is just really has a lot of crossover appeal. That is what it is. I thought to myself, okay, if you strip away the fact that he's a Nigerian person right now, it fits into whatever genre, part of the world you can take this to, and it's just really it's the sort of writing I expect from him. I don't think there's been any downgrade on whatever he's been doing so far in the past. So it's good to have him back with my intentions. The intentions are very clear. We're looking forward to hearing more to see whether there's a new album coming out or whatever. Backup singers are also available. You know what I mean? I just whispered that one there. But my intention is go check it out. I was just watching these guys here, James doing free promo for the thing. I'm like, wait for me to be savage now. How about wait for me to be savage? But as it is, I'm savagely a fan of this. I'm savagely a fan of Fumbi.
Okay.
And it's good to see that he's coming back without disappointing. And we've seen people who resurfaced with something new that wasn't
Let me
working for
ask
them
you
before.
this though. Let me ask you this. Now, I love a Hallelujah. Everyone knows this, right? Everyone. So, do you think this song, I mean, does it sound better? Is it just as good? Is it better? I mean,
I don't feel like you should compare.
no.
those
So
to each other.
these are my thoughts because I say I like Hallelujah, right? I think almost every single show, every time, every week I play Hallelujah every now and then. So
That's not even my favorite Fumbi track.
okay, all
You
right,
see-
all right, okay.
see, so
then
I'm the
don't
wrong
answer-
person to
don't
ask
a-
that
don't
question
answer
to.
that question. But James Silas, what do you think?
Okay, so I don't think start talking from the comparison of Hallelujah to this one. So let's I think after Hallelujah we had another one from me.
We
sorry,
had quite a
name a
few.
number of
Yeah,
them
we had a
Had a
actually.
number.
Yeah,
I
quite a
mean,
few.
so trying to take us back to Hallelujah in comparison to this one is somehow. So,
It's quite
but
long.
yeah, but Hallelujah was my first introduction to Funbi's music. Actually, first I've heard the artist. I've known that there's an artist called Funbi. I think probably with other artists. I don't know if it's them.
Ladipo
Them
days.
that the pool, but them
Oh,
SDC and co.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
that
know
scene
that.
was when the fun
Yeah,
part of music was
those
coming in.
fun,
because it
those
was on
fun
the
be there,
scene,
you
yeah.
know. And there's actually been not just with the music, also with the person. There's the person I saw one of the videos back in the day is different right now. Funbi now has the Teddy. What do you call this bears? Yeah, you
He's
know,
got
he
earrings,
didn't have
he's
it.
got
He didn't have it
cookies.
in
And then I
Hallelujah the
cut my
video.
hair as well.
Yeah,
Aha,
the hair
you
came
see?
off. I noticed that.
So a
yeah.
lot of differences. So, but for this particular song, it's I mean, like Chef Jeff said, in fact, I dare to say I'm actually more of a fan than Chef Jeff because almost the first time I heard that solo that Hallelujah song, I think so that I think that was on my earlier days. So I'm still gonna ask you where you're from because
Yeah.
this is my first time to have him live on the grapevine actually, with him in the studio. This one is I like the song. The video also is simple. I think it's pretty much about if I'm not wrong, about the process of loving to from that young part of your love to even getting old. But and there was a way they shot the video that just sort of it has him there, but showing the things that the song
Different
is
things
talking
all
about.
around you.
Yes,
Yeah.
so just sort of made it feel really really cool. You just see yourself in that mix. So I really like this one. So I'm not gonna compare it to any other one. I just feel like he makes music beautiful in every time he releases something. But so my only problem always with a lot of talented people is consistent. Why? Gosh, I just feel like I should
Okay,
be
so why
getting
do you go
more.
in and out, in and out, in and out?
Yeah,
Why
I
aren't you as
don't. Do you
consistent
understand?
as?
That's always so. Not like I don't have an idea. I mean, except if he says no, that's not what it is. But a lot of times, I think Fumbi is an independent artist. I don't know. I've not seen him actually flaunt like a lot of other artists that we can easily tell this is their label. I feel like he's been pushing this, and you see the budget of marketing and promoting music is not
It's not cheap.
beans.
It's not beans.
So I can understand why some talented people, and then he has other things that he has to deal with. Why some talented people have to deal with this whole breaking transmission, but doesn't change the fact that they have this in them, and you just keep hoping that they will get the right circle or the right people to push their music or their career to the next level before, in quote, it's too late. So Funbi is talented. I mean, I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. And
So you
shout
love
out
the
to him.
song
see,
in one word.
I love it, of course.
Fumbi,
Absolutely.
If you
James, you
own
can't
a
get
song-
into a competition with me about how much of a fan is a fan. How many live shows have you been to compared to me? Huh? Tell me that part. Tell me that part.
Okay,
And
no.
at least I get recognized.
Yes, yes, you do.
All right. If you own a smartphone, you have YouTube on your phone, please check it out. Funbi, My Intentions. The video's out there right now. So you can also be a part of our conversation. Please send your messages to 0809-444-0981. This one here from Ali says, this is not the first place I've heard this My Intention song. And I loved it first time I heard it. Now, y'all mentioned there's a video. I'm going to check it out. Funbi never disappoints. Can never forget Forbidden Fruit. That one comes and singing in my head now every now and then. Good music
Eating from
always.
the fruit of the garden.
Shout out to everyone. Okay, Aki Adishala also comes in as well. Says, good morning, guys. Fumi is back. Welcome back, bro. We missed your golden sound. Keep up the good work. Stay excellent, and the world will know your name. Okay, now speaking of world knowing your name. Okay, so there was that EP you put out, the Serenade EP.
Serenade, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now let's talk about this body of work. Does this come with a body of work? Is it an album? I mean, what are we to look forward to as far as this is concerned?
Yes. So I'm putting out the project. That's what I'm going to call it. As a project. It's pretty much an EP, to be honest with you. And this is the first song of that project. And next year, in the first quarter of next year, the project will be out.
First courses, are we looking at I mean, so I like details, like specifics, right? Are we looking at 16 tracks, 21 tracks? You know, are we looking at a full EP album, 6 videos, labels? I mean, what's
EP's
what?
a bit less than that now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
No, so I don't get it. So I see EPs, I see 4 songs. Some I see 9 songs. So
Yeah, that's
I
what's
can't
an
tell the
EP.
difference.
No, so it's sorry. Should I just?
Yeah,
I-
jump in, please.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for if according to the definition online, let's put it at that. An EP is a collection of singles or songs that usually the total of everything will be less than or not more than 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's just an EP. So it's always um, more or less a coalition of singles. Then an album is actually longer, which is so when you were talking about 16, that can be an EP. So
So it's
It's
an
4,
EP we're looking
5.
forward to
Yeah,
now.
it's an EP. Yeah, I'm
An
putting out an
EP.
EP.
Okay, so does this EP have every
Yeah, after the EP, we can talk about the album. No, first of all, like for me, I want to first of all reintroduce myself because, like you said, I've been away for a while, and the honest truth is that I've been dealt a few life blows, and to be honest,
you want to give us details? Because we're here about details, you know.
I mean, I went through moments of second guessing everything that I was doing, and I know that I've been gifted with this voice, and ever since I was young, like even like taking solos in the choir, like I've always known that there's something there to be shared, and when you add a lot of other elements to it, other individuals even, like it gets complicated, right? And so with everything that was going on, it definitely affected the music creation process, and it also even affected my passion as well. So it took me time to be able to find that again. And also, even during that period, the whole COVID happened. I also lost my dad during that process, and so like a lot of things were going on. So it didn't feel like the right time, but now is, and my intentions are clear.
great.
Alrighty.
I totally understand that. I mean, I'm in a similar boat as well, and it's been a while to try and bounce back. Everybody's like, "Oh, Jeff." One of my clients were like, "Oh, Jeff is back," because I put out a menu like, "Oh, here's what's going on." They were like, "What's happening with the food scene and whatnot?" So it's been a tough year for some of us, to be honest. And when it comes to family, it's a bit tougher than that. So kudos on making a comeback, and it's just encouragement all the way.
Thank
Nice
you.
one,
Appreciate
chef.
that.
By the way, you should set up like breakfast or dinner for us. The
I mean, you
great
guys
nights-
never arranged that. You know what you guys always do on the show? You guys say, "Oh, this person buy me lunch, buy me lunch." And
No,
just
I'm not
sitting
asking
right
you
here
to buy
quietly.
lunch for us. I'm
No,
saying
I'm
set up
asking
the
you. Y'all should be
To
like
make the lunch,
order
right?
lunch from me or whatnot. So yeah.
But when your friend is chef, man, you don't try
You
to buy
know?
no food, bro. Are you cooking?
Nah.
Let's
Matter
go
of
on a
fact,
quick
you
break.
need to invest. You need to invest in your friends.
There you go. He gets it. He gets it.
I do get it, but we need to taste what we're going to invest in. Let's go on a break. When we get back, we'll talk about WizKid. We'll talk about some new movies out there, Matrix, Spider-Man, amongst others. So please stay with us.
We are smooth.
AK Alpha.
This is what a Pepsi December sounds like.
Yeah, Monica, you guessed right.
Pepsi
It's
refreshing
Funbi in the
every
I
house.
should actually make a copy for you so you can follow the show.
Special
Okay.
shows
I
return
can
this
just share with them.
December with Flytime Music Festival. The amazing lineup includes Starboy
So I can,
live
like,
on the 21st of December,
Bad
American
guy.
R&B superstar Neo live on the 22nd of December, back-to-back live performances from Rema and
Why they bringing Neo when we have somebody like Fumbi? For God's
Imagine
sake.
that though.
Neo!
Matter of fact, they should put me and you on stage.
You know?
No, you kill this career.
Yes.
You will burn
Yes.
his career. You might just kill his career
Yes.
already.
Yes.
Huh?
I'm in support of
You
that
put Funbi.
1000%.
They are just supposed to
1000%.
I said, like, you should make it happen.
That's Fumbi in the building.
Neo. I'm actually so excited. I was telling someone, like, it'd be dope to actually even get Lil Wayne to come.
If they can get him now, that's
Almost got that guy like
You know
5
what
years
it'd be
ago or
like
so.
if Lil Wayne should come to 9?
Hasn't he been already?
No,
think so,
they
no.
almost got him here like 5 years ago, but he didn't come. It didn't come. It didn't happen.
I know because
I don't think he's gonna come here, but yeah, it would be nice to come. It would be nice to see.
Almost that guy comes to Nigeria.
Lagos was shut down.
Oh, no way. But let's do it on time. Like, you know what it is? Sometimes they start bringing these artists that have almost dead careers in America.
That actually
That's
do
the
have
problem.
dead careers.
You know, just for being safe. You know, I don't want to
You know?
sound so.
And you
but-
bring Redman over.
So that's why they need to bring. Red, come on, man. You see that kind of thing. So they need to bring you in now, or else after a while, man. Like they brought Jaru just some weeks
Yeah,
ago. Nobody
I know.
even
Nobody
cared.
bothered, right?
So, Jaru.
Nobody bothered. It's
So
like
they need to
what-
hurry up, man.
it's what happens, like, and then they get desperate for the money and whatnot. I mean, I remember when Cisco came to Oxford to perform, and like there was barely
Nobody
a
cared.
crowd there. That guy's short, man.
Are you serious?
Oh my days.
Like I said, I've been intentionally on my bro. Nice one, man.
I also like the fact that he put out a video already. So single, the
Yeah.
song, the video already. So no long
Single video.
Yeah.
So EP is coming out next couple of months,
Okay.
and more jams, more singles, more videos. Because I have like a distribution deal with Orchard.
Oh, okay. Makes
See, that's
sense
what we
now.
wanna hear.
Yeah, so that's better. You know that okay, I'm gonna just make the music through there. Let them do the distribution.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's what we're working on.
Oh, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
We got the funk, yeah. Get on the vibe. Okay, so here we go.
All right, sweet. Love that.
Everybody's dancing. Okay. It's got a new distribution deal. I know you didn't put that out there, but I'm gonna put it out there right now.
Is it
You
public
just
knowledge?
drop that. You
Is it
just-
public knowledge?
You just I mean,
Okay,
word,
alright.
yeah.
Should we talk about it? Should
Yeah,
we
let's
talk
do it,
about
let's
it?
do it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
let's
is
talk
this
about it.
distribution deal about?
Yeah, so during my whole period of uncertainty, this is how I even know that I should actually keep on doing this, because I was creating music and there was this period where I wasn't sure what the next step would be, and I just sent out my music to a couple of people and they pitched it, and I had offers from different people, and eventually Orchard and I were able to come to an agreement, and
That's the
My
name of the
Intentions is the
company.
first song that we are doing together.
Awesome. Nice one. Nice one. Got a message on our YouTube platform as well. Don't forget, you can join us if you want to be a part of our conversation. It says, good morning, house. For me, I love this song, and Hallelujah for me is the song you doze off to sleep with after the stress of the day. Nice one. Thank you so much. This is Paul Livingston. Real quick, though, let's talk about the kid named Wiz. The most streamed Nigerian musician, Wiz Kid, this morning at his headline concert at the Live Sport X Festival, professed his undying love for his day ones, his Nigerian fans. Now, in his emotional declaration, Wiz Kid stopped his performance midway to make the uniqueness of this relationship very clear to all fans present. In his words, he says, "I don't feel this way anywhere else. What we have is very special." So is it just because he's in Nigeria now? Or could it just be that, the Niger vibe, the Lagos fans are just ridiculous that you can't.
No, I think it's what it is, man. I mean, whether he says it or not, the truth is, this is where the magic started from. Right? The same applies to a lot of people. You just someday or sometimes you just look back at where you're coming from, and you realize that, or you understand that, this will have to give them kudos. I
You
need to give
don't
them,
take.
So and he has always done that anyway. He has always represented. Even he has shut down different shows around the world, and for every time he steps on stage or for while performing at those concerts, he must always see and do something that just sort of takes him or reminds everybody or make you connect with him even while he's abroad. Sometimes it comes with flags, sometimes it can be something that he says, sometimes it's trying to relate to people who or other Nigerians on that in the
In
crowd.
that space.
So um I don't know why it had to be it's in the news. He's always doing that, so I don't think it's supposed to be a big deal.
I
I
think maybe
mean, did he
because
say it
it's
on the stage
Lagos.
in Ujuleba? Is that what he said?
No,
And if
not-
what, it's not genuine.
No,
It's not genuine.
So
It's not genuine.
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
All right, real quick though, I want to talk to you about this, Chef. More Abudu is collaborating with 50 Cent stars on a new African drama, right? So they confirmed this to the production collaboration. They said that, Ebony Live Studios is working with stars, and the project is titled Queen and Zinga. It will be set in the 17th century Angola and follows the coming of age story of fearless warrior Queen Zinga. So the story goes on and on, though. But I like what Ebony Life Pictures is doing right now. I mean, the studio. And it feels as though, this is a big break for them as far as breaking into the international scene. So, two things. Why isn't this a Nigerian story? I mean, I would expect that, if it's Ebony Life, it should be a Nigerian story. So, why Ebony Life taking on a story that's not, Nigerian, which is Angolan? And at the same time, would it mean something for for the Nollywood space?
All right, there are two things here. First of all, it's not really news about them working on the Queen and Zinga story, but it's that 50 Cent is now involved in that,
Okay.
which means that it's going to take that whole black centric market to another level. All right, that's one thing there. Now, Moabud is trying to be, from my perspective, trying to be an African centric kind of personality, um, Afrocentric business. So it's not necessarily Nigeria all of the time, to be honest. The closest we could have towards a similar queen would be Queen Amina over here. So if you said that that's another pipeline project or anybody
Well,
wants to
that
take
could
me
be
on that,
actually.
give me some credit. Thank you very much. But Queen Nzinga is one of those people who has such a huge history towards her lifestyle. 17th century was a long, long time ago. Here we are now talking about her life afterwards. And I feel like there's a way of making that story very, very interesting. And it's about also bringing forward, we can't always be at the forefront of everything. We can't really. We shouldn't always be focusing on that. There's money to be made elsewhere. It's
Okay.
not just on the
All right.
motherland.
All
You're
right.
still the motherland. It's still your passport, but you can make that money elsewhere. These people know this.
Yeah.
If Nigeria is not going to pay you, he's just going to go abroad and make your tour money and come back. So I feel like that's what we should be focused on, and not really about whether it's a Nigerian story or not. Because at the end of the day, it's still Africa on one side, and it's a side that people haven't, even we ourselves, are not even too very aware of. And so I feel like with 50 Cent on board with this, it takes it to that level of your power and whatever. He's power to. He's got Ghost prequel. He's got this and that or whatever. I'm not trying to say that these all have great storylines, but they have a lot of people who are viewing these things of different
that's-
races and different backgrounds. So I feel like with him being a powerhouse with that, and when he says that if you liked 300, you're gonna want to see this, and I can kind of picture that,
When
and
I,
I
when I
hope they
heard
get
that,
it
I
well.
was worried actually.
Yes,
I'm like,
you have reason to be worried because we know how horrible the sequel to 300 was. So there's reason for that. But if it's like we're gonna try and stick with the whole first 300 thing,
we should-
then okay, we might be okay. Time will tell. But I feel that with 50 just raises the audience a whole lot more.
Funbi, let me ask you this. So now that we're talking movies, right? Is there any point in time that we're gonna see you, delve into the movie space? Are you gonna be an actor at some point in time? You have the face for it, so
To be honest with you, me, I'm actually open to it. I can't say if I can act, to be honest.
No, I
Because I
think you
remember
can.
there
Wait,
was one.
don't
there
you
was one-
act in music videos?
You actually
Yeah,
I
that's
think
different. Okay, so if I'm playing the lover boy scene,
Yes,
I
you
can
can.
do it fully.
Of course.
Do it fully.
Look at the humility of that statement. Yo, okay, let me put it this way. I'm sorry, music videos doesn't quite cut it. All right. I mean, for goodness sakes, Madonna is a horrible actress. The only reason why she was fantastic in Evita was because of practically an extended music video. That's as far as it goes. So it doesn't quite work that way.
All right, real quick, let's talk about the Matrix. I mean, it's gonna be back. So Matrix Resurrections isn't actually out in the cinemas yet, but Keanu Reeves has already been pondering the possibilities of a fifth movie. And this conversation goes on about should it have him back? Should it be left as is? But then, I mean, you guys love movies. Let's start with you, Chef Jeff. What do you
You
think?
see, the thing is that with this new Matrix movie, back then when they did the first three, they were the Wachowski brothers. Then they became the Wachowski sisters because they had the sex operation change or whatever. So now it's just Lana that's involved in this one, and actually she wanted to walk away. If you can stay, yeah, she wanted to walk away from the project at one point in time, but the cast actually said no, please continue to do it. Now, this particular Matrix movie, it brings you Keanu Reeves is back, Lambert Wilson, the Merovingian is back, Carrie Ann Moss is back, and then quite a few of the cast members from Sense8, which is another Wachowski sister series that was done in the past. And this is a very different movie in the sense that it's kind of almost like calling a movie, referring to the Matrix, but the actual movie is called Matrix V in some ways. So we're not too sure what the storyline is going because even from the trailers, you can't quite tell what's going on here. You're not sure what timeline falls into place at the same time with this movie. But that's where the part of the interest comes into play. Now, when it comes to a fifth movie, to be honest, they were planning ending it here, but the possibility some people are
We
like,
should
yeah,
see
yeah.
the fourth first, and
Well,
then
yeah,
more
yeah,
if we want
saying
to
see
see the
the fourth
fifth.
first, and then before we start working on a fifth story. So, I don't know. There's a possibility here because when you look at the online game, because they gave people creative space for the online game to continue whatever stories and have individual characters grow into their own lives or whatever, and that was done pretty well. So the possibility of continuing is you just have to see first because to be honest, this fourth movie is so different that it can either negatively or positively impact the legacy of the first three movies.
I
And
think
the worst thing you can do is have a negative impact on every. It's like having, I don't know. It's like you know how terrible the last episode of Game of Thrones was,
Yeah.
and that impacted the entire show. Like you just deleted it straight away from wherever you stored it. That's the situation here. But I mean, I'm still excited, and I think it's a great time for it to come out. It's coming out this weekend, I believe. From tomorrow and Thursday, there'll be previews coming up of that as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see. There are a couple of heavy hitters, to be honest. I feel sorry for anybody that else is putting movies at this timeline because we had Spider-Man, we got the Matrix. You should just end there. Like literally, just
Yeah, because
don't put
it's
anything
a
else.
big
You're not
ride.
going to make any money.
James Silas, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I said it. In fact, the one that hit my chest now to mention that Game of Thrones just was so bad taste.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
poor editing at the
it
end of the
was
film.
the way it ended was really sad for me. But Matrix. So, but you know me, I always have a feeling with about when these people start bringing back and recreating and the sequel plus another one. I just thought would have stopped at that three, and now four. So for me, I think it's
Now
fingers
four
crossed.
and five.
And for me, so
No.
It's not
Five is not.
confirmed.
It's not a confirmed thing.
Right.
But
Yeah.
then let's be honest. All right, way back then, when the first one came out, there was actually, if you checked IMDb, then you would have seen Matrix 4 and 5 in the pipelines. Just like Avatar. Avatar had 1 to 5 back then in the pipelines. But then that ended, and then we were just left in the waiting period kind of thing. Now there's Avatar to 6 now apparently in the that's being worked on officially.
I'm not going to see it.
So
Oh,
I really understand that level. I would see the second one first, and then just from there, my expectations are low. But with the Matrix, you just don't want to impact the legacy, and we've seen that happen before. We saw it happen when The Hobbit came out, for instance, and The Lord of the Rings, and every other movie that was Lord of the Rings related. So even now that they're trying to bring something back, recently, even this Harry Potter resurface kind of thing, I'm like, just don't mess with what you've done in the past. If you're going to improve it, make sure it's done very well. Hire the right writers, and just keep your fingers crossed. That's just where it's at.
All right. I almost said we're totally out of time, but real quick though, before we leave the studio, because it's about that time. Fumi, how can the good people of Lagos listen out there download the music and also find you on social media?
Yeah, it's on all streaming platforms. Just check it out. Search for Funbi, Funbi, and my socials is Funbi Music on Instagram and Funbi Official on Twitter.
So for me, one more thing. Give us a date. Give us a day. Let's hold on to something. This EP that's coming out. When should we? I mean, just give us a date. Give
Too
us a
much
date.
pressure. Too much pressure.
No,
I
it's
can't-
okay. Give us the details.
I can give you a range.
Okay, give me a range.
Range. March ish.
Marchish in
But there'll be
2022.
new music even before then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That works.
All right. So Chef Jeff, how can the good people of Vegas find you?
Yes, you can find me at Chef Jeff 3000 Twitter and Instagram, and of course, go check out my new menu. My Christmas menu is out, so place your orders. You have until basically Wednesday, I believe, tomorrow to get your last orders in for the Christmas period.
Oh wow.
So yes,
I'm not even
otherwise
showing
you
up
can.
at all.
Well, yeah, whatever. Well, I will see you guys again same time next week on the Grapevine, where I think we're going to be doing the year in review of everything that's been happening.
yes.
So yes, until then, don't touch that dial. Keep it locked right here on Smooth 98.1.
And James Taylor, James Taylor, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse, everywhere. Holla at me. Let me know if I'm good friend, and I'll holla back. Peace.
All right. Lagos, there's more to come, so please stay with us. Don't forget, this is the smoothest style on Vegas radio. We are Smooth 98.1.
That's the
Thank
end.
you so much.
Yes,
That
sir.
is
Very
it.
short.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
So fair.
We have so much fun.
2022, NSAS, 1 hour for the grapevine. Period. Okay, guys.
Thank you
Yes,
guys for
tempo,
having
how
me.
far?